Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about crypto, how crypto has crashed the luxury watch market and has turned it on their heads. That's right, we're going to talk about that today, crypto. But before I get into that, let's go into my magical intro. So hello guys, I'm back. And yes, we're going to be talking about crypto, how crypto has crashed and destroyed the watch market. That's right, we're going to talk about that. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware, but crypto had to do with the watch market increase between a 30 and a 35% of the watch market increase. That's right, 30 to 35%. So, you know, it had a lot to do with why watches just skyrocket in prices. It had a lot to do with them. They're not, you know, they're just the 30 to 35% that had to do with it. You know, you also had, you know, the bailouts from the government and PPP loans and SBA loans, government grants, unemployment, all that good stuff. But crypto had to do a lot with the increase. You know, a 30 to a 35% is a real big increase. And there was a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people that made a lot of money with crypto. There's no denying that. You know, me personally, I know a couple of young fellas that they made a lot of money with crypto. In particular, Gen Zs and Millennials. You know, I know a couple of Gen Zs that made, you know, 6, 8, 10 million, $12 million. I know a couple of Millennials that made, you know, 12, $14 million on crypto. You know, young man, you know, ages of, I would say between, you know, 24, 25 to 35 years old. They made a lot of money. And they had a lot to do. These Gen Zs and Millennials had a lot to do why watches, you know, increased and skyrocketed, you know, in prices. You know, they were there. They were the ones that put a lot of money out there buying all these watches. You know, they bought so much that right now there's a stampede of Gen Zs and Millennials, you know, ready to cash in all those watches they bought. You know, you had Gen Zs that, you know, they walked in, they had all these millions of dollars and walked into a Richard Mille dealer, or a Richard Mille, just great watch market dealer, and he walked in and he purchased a Richard Mille watch for an example for $200,000. You know, because he made a lot of money in crypto, and 2 months later he decided he didn't want that $300,000 Richard Mille, so he traded in for a $400,000 Richard Mille, and they went around and they bought a green and orange Lambo, and they spent another $1 million in Lambos, and they went in and they bought handbags, you know, Hermes handbags, and spending another couple of $100,000 for gifts for their girlfriends. And they went ahead and they bought Nike Air Force One sneakers, you know, not the $200 ones or the $150 ones. They bought the $20,000 one, $25,000 one. And they were spending money like you wouldn't believe it. They had to do a lot. These young Gen Zs and Millennials had a lot to do with the increase of luxury goods. But then the situation got bad, you know. Crypto right now it's really, really bad. It's crashed, you know. It's almost worthless, you know. So now you have a stampede of these young gentlemen that made so much money in crypto, and they're going back to these dealers where they purchased these Richard Milles for $400,000, and you know they need to get some money back, you know, to pay their green and orange Lambos, their apartments, their Hermes bags, their sneakers, and all that good stuff. And they're going back with their richer mills to their gray market dealers where they purchased those watches from. And now they're saying, I want to cash out. And the dealer's saying, I can buy you the watch for $200,000. And the Gen Z saying, I bought the watch for you for $400,000. And the watch gray dealer says, well, things have changed. Now things have taken a dive, like Jacques Cousteau, dive to the bottom. And I can give you $200,000. And all these Gen Zs are scratching their heads thinking, well, what's going on? I bought it for $400,000 and now you're only offering me $200,000. And the dealers also told him, well, $200,000, and I also have to take it in to see, if I can sell it and give you the $200,000. It's not like they have the $200,000. So all this is happening with crypto now. Crypto at this moment has really taking a dive crash for the worse, and they don't know what to do. They're still thinking that the crypto is going to go back up. You have a war in Ukraine that is still going on. You have Russia, which all their assets have been frozen. And then, some of these dealers are wishing that China is going to open up, and China is still in lockdown. So things are really, really, really wild out there, So you have a stampede of Gen Zs and Millennials knocking on doors, trying to get rid of all these watches that they have purchased, like they purchased sneakers, Air Force One sneakers for $25,000, Good luck with them trying to go back to the sneaker store to get back half of that back. It's not going to happen. But it's really crazy what's happening out there. You have all these people that made all this money in crypto and just spend it all like that. Spend it all. And now, like I said again, there's a stampede. And every watch dealer, ready to cash in to get their money back. But little do they know, they're not going to get that money back. If they spend their $400,000 on a richer mill, they'll be lucky if they get $175,000 back. And I don't mean they're going to give them the $175,000 back. They're going to have to get the watch in consignment and try to flip it and sell it for them to get them that $175,000. So these guys don't even know what to do now with these watches that they purchase, There's just so many, there's a flood of watches out there right now that is crazy. And it is all to do with the crypto. The crypto, I said again, crypto had to do with the increase of the watch gray market prices at 30 to 35%. And these watches are they're in the knees. I mean, they're not holding their value. These watches are not holding the values. There's just watches everywhere, from Richard Mille to Pateks to Audemars Piguet, and even to the Lonely Rolex, which is the most economical one of all those three brands that I just mentioned. So you have these young fellas out there that they're scratching now to sell a watch to try to pay the monthly payment of their orange and green Lamborghini, to pay the mortgage of the house or apartment they purchase, and there's no money out there. And all these dealers are still thinking that China's gonna open. China's still in lockdown. China's still in lockdown. Like I said again, we have a war in Ukraine that's still going on, still going on. We have Russia. All the money and assets from the Russians are seized. They're in lockdown. There's nothing out there. And then we have the new thing now that our fabulous president has given between $500 billion and $800 billion for student school loans. You know, you don't have to pay for no more. You don't have to pay for those loans. So they're telling you that we're not in a recession. People still want to say that we're not in a recession. Okay, we're in a watch recession. You don't want to hear the word recession? Okay, we're in a watch recession. Things are terrible out there, guys. And I'm telling you, these Gen Zs really, and these millennials really, really just spending their money away on, I gotta say, on stupid things. Because now, every time they purchase a richer meal and it cost them $150,000 and they traded it in to get a $300,000, they will lose $50,000. And these kids were doing this every other month because they made a lot of money. They really did. These kids really made millions of dollars. These Gen Zs and millennials made millions of dollars. But today, they ain't got the money no more because crypto is just the bottom of the ocean, is done, finito. They're still hoping it's going to go back up again. I don't think it's going to go back up again. But, okay. So, there's a lot of watches out there, gentlemen. There's a lot of watches. They might be, quiet about it, but there's watches everywhere. Don't let these YouTube channels try to fool you that things are back to normal. And China? China is still in lockdown. They got them locked down. They're in lockdown. They can't come out. And you know what China's doing with all their watches? They're selling them all. They're selling all their watches. They're selling all their Hermes bags. Anything that's luxury, they're selling. They're even selling those Michael Jordan sneakers that cost $25,000. It's not good out there. Things are bad. Things are bad. Hold on to your money. Things are terrible out there. Things are no good. Richard Mills are going for... If you guys were thinking that Richard Mille watches were not going to lose value, you guys are delusional. Richard Mille watches are just losing as much money as the other three brands, the Pateks, the Rolex, the Audemars Piguet. They're losing money. Just the same thing. They're losing money. Don't let these people fool you, telling you that the market is good and everything is gravy. It's not. We got bad things happening right now. We got a real bad recession. We have inflation. There's no more money out there. The government ain't giving no more money. The last money that the government just gave out was the $500 to $800 billion bailout for student loans. And you think we're not in a recession? We're in a big recession, gentlemen. We're doing bad. This is terrible. And these YouTubers are still making believe that things are beautiful. Come on, guys. Things are bad out there. Things are terrible out there. Don't let them sell you wet dreams no more. No more mumbo jumbo. Save your money. Watches are dropping. I don't even want to tell you about watch prices no more because you guys won't believe me. Because you guys are still in denial. You guys still think that watches are still the same thing that they were 2 years ago. I got a surprise for you. Watches. Oh man. Watches have really... The watch market is dead. Totally dead. The watch market is dead. These young Gen Zs and millennials don't know what to do with all their watches and their cars and the apartments that they purchase because they're still banking and thinking that crypto's going to go back up again. I don't think it's going to go back up again at all. Not with a war going on, not with a recession going on, not with the Russians being, all their luxury goods being sieged. It's just terrible. It's terrible out there, guys. And they're still thinking that the watch market is still good. Watch market is flatline, dead, dead. Dead with skulls, dead with skulls. Skulls, dead. Finito. Save your money. I'm telling you, hold on to your money. This is getting bad. Remember what I just finished telling you. Our president just gave away $500 to $800 billion for student loans. And they still say we're not in a recession. Okay, we're in a watch recession. Because you guys don't want to hear the word recession. Okay, save your money. Things are terrible. Things are terrible. No hay dinero. And Santa Claus is around the corner. Okay? Save your money. Save your money. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video and you learned something from crypto. I really do. My advice to all of you out there is save your money. Things are tough out there. Don't let them sell you any more wet dreams that things are normal and back and running. They're not. Things are bad. Like I said again, we have a war going on. We have Russia. All their goods are seized and on hold, on lockdown. We have China that is totally in lockdown still. So, save your money, guys. I really mean that. Hold on to your money. All kidding aside, hold on to your money. Do the right thing. I really hope you enjoy my video and you learn something from crypto. Remember, gentlemen, take care and brush your hair.